My name is Dwayne King. I'm a retired diplomat, career diplomat, with 20 years of service in the United States Foreign Service, and I am a Korean War veteran. And I can speak from years of experience in close association with the military, both as a soldier and as a diplomat who was closely associated with the military. 2 years in Vietnam with the United States Navy on the waters of the Mekong Delta. People who have not served in the military or in a disciplined service, such as the United States Diplomatic Service or in the military, cannot understand that even though the soldier or the diplomat has the legal right to disagree and a legal right to express his or her own opinion, to do so will invite severe punishment, demotion, expulsion from the career, and sometimes assignment to the most dangerous and the most filthy assignments. So I don't know if Mr. Representative Baird, who has had very little association with the United States military, understands this. Now, I have been a supporter of Mr. Baird's opposition to the war in Iraq and many other things. I'm disappointed in his apparent naivete that with one trip where he talks to only those with a vested interest in continuing this occupation and war, he comes home and tells us that we should stay there.
Baird has told us that Democrat and congressmen can't go to Iraq without being accompanied by a Republican. So, knowing that, I just don't understand how Baird thinks that this administration then lets him go and talk to soldiers, workers, diplomats, people who would say something which is anti-administration. It's just not logic. They don't let you go over there without a Republican, and yet Baird thinks that he can go talk to people who have opposing views. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think that Baird was duped.
I'm a little disappointed in Baird for his flip-flop. It's a classic politician's move to try to ride the fence. You can't be on both sides at the same time. You have to take one or the other. Can't understand the concept of leaving with honor. We have dishonored ourselves to that maximum degree by going there in the first place. These people have the intelligence to run their own country. We sent a government over there for them and they rejected them completely.
I'm a Bolivian resident. I'm an Arab American, and I have deep concerns about my brothers and sisters in Iraq. I want folks to remember that there are 1 million dead Iraqis alongside the 3,700 dead U.S. troops. I was one of a small group that met with Brian Baird, Larry Mosqueda, academics and activists who work on the Middle East in the fall of 2003, 4 years ago. At that time, Baird seemed to be listening to us, and we were urging him not to vote in support of the Iraq War. Since that time, as people have said, he's repeatedly voted to fund the war, to increase troops, etc. When I first met Brian Baird, I was in conversation with him and I didn't even know I was speaking with him. So I was there at a booth and a man came up to me and said, "What are you trying to say to Brian Baird?" And so I started talking to him. I was new to town, I didn't know what he looked like exactly. He said, "Well, those are third world people. Lots of people die in the third world." And I'm afraid that this attitude about Arabs, about third world peoples, about so-called terrorists is what allows us to continue with this war death machine. that continues in Iraq. I have an Iraqi friend. She came out after the first war. She's a prominent Iraqi writer. She died of cancer, she said, that was caused by depleted uranium in Iraq. And she came for her treatment to the United States. She said she abhorred coming to the United States. She hated the United States for the destruction it had caused in the first war. And this was even before the Second War. And she said the United States has a responsibility to clean up Iraq when we pull out as we should, because the vast majority of people in this country and the vast majority of people in Iraq are opposed to this war. We need to pay as much. The billions of dollars that have gone into this war machine should go into cleaning up the country of Iraq, not U.S. corporations filling them, the Iraqi people, the Middle East. Let people take care of themselves. It's that racist attitude that these are third world peoples and lots of people die in the third world that we need to get over, and that Brian Baird needs to get over. And we need to say, these are people, okay? And thank you all for being here.